All right, so fresh in from the wonderful world of outside, I have a $1 million idea for you guys. Now, I did think of this. I don't think it's been done before. Assuming it hasn't and it's actually my idea, if any of you guys actually do this or send this to anybody who does, I want $1 a funnel from what you sell. All right, but here's the genius concept. Most of us have been using funnels for stuff, pouring in hydraulic oil or fuel or whatever into things. And the problem is, you got the lip of the whatever, and you got the funnel that goes down in there, and then you pour the fluid in the top, and then it airlocks because the weight of the fluid pushes this down against the thingamajigger, and the air can't escape, so then the oil just kind of sits here. You have to stop everything and like jiggle the funnel and wait for it to go down. It's really, really annoying. All right, so got to be a way around that. And there is, behold. All right, so whoever makes funnels would need to change the the mold or whatever for the plastic they use so it has some ribs represented by our multi-dollar million multi-thing operation here. All right, so now the funnel has ribs around the outside of it. So when it sits down inside the fill thing, you got these air gaps right in here, and that way the air can escape and you can actually just pour continually in a somewhat efficient manner. Now, that is my genius idea. I thought of this about 10 years or so ago. I used to work at a rural store that sold log splitters. And every fall we had to assemble like 11 billion of these things. And, you go to pour the hydraulic oil and same story, the funnel airlocks. You're going to sit there and jiggle it around and wait for it to go down. It's like, there's got to be a better way to do this. So that's the idea that I came up with. Now, anyone can make these things, but I want $1 a funnel. If it ever actually takes off, if anyone actually takes an interest in this. Now, I know people will say, why don't you, just patent this and make all the money yourself? The reason is because I don't want to dick with it realistically. It's written that we don't know what tomorrow will bring, and that is correct, all right, but I think there's a 99.9% chance I will never, ever be in the funnel manufacturing business. I also don't want to patent it. Because I know a lady who came up with a really ingenious invention when I was younger, sort of a family friend, and she went around to all of these patent attorneys and all the ads they used to show them on TV. I don't even remember the last time I watched TV, but I don't know if those ads are still on. And they and so basically she also had like a great uncle or something who was legitimately very intelligent. He had 30 whatever patents to his name at the time, probably more now. And so we showed him this idea, and he's like, hey, I think it's a genius. I wish I'd come up with it. All right, but I've done this enough, and I've been around this industry enough to tell you how this is going to go. You're going to, and that would have been a mostly stamped sheet metal part that she invented. This is even simpler. He said, you're going to have somebody make a huge batch of these things. You're going to put out all the time and money for that. Then you put out more time and money to get them carried by whatever retailers are applicable to this genre. And then you're going to have an awesome about 6 months. And the reason why you're going to have an awesome 6 months is because that's about how long it takes for the Chinese to figure out that the invention exists and then clone it and then start selling it below your cost of manufacturing. So then you say, oh, well, good thing that we talked to all those patent lawyers who took all our money and promised us up and down that, we're going to get rich off of this thing. Well, what are they going to say? Well, they're going to tell you one of two things, depending on the circumstance. Either one, you have to hire in that case, Chinese lawyer to go after a Chinese company in Chinese courts, which they're just going to take all your money and then side with their own people because that's what they do in virtually every case. Okay? Or sometimes you can go after the people who distribute those things in the US or whatever, but here's the problem. A lot of those sellers, on eBay and lots of people who sell on Amazon and whatnot, what you're fighting against is an LLC in a rented warehouse somewhere that has basically no assets, and if they get hit with a lawsuit, they just immediately close up. The guy goes and forms another LLC the next day and then rents the warehouse across the street and goes right back to selling things. So it's not really a winnable battle, and I don't want to dick with it. I know one of you guys knows somebody who's, in the plastics industry or the funnel manufacturing industry or whatever, and if they like it, great. Send me $1 a funnel. Let's flood the market with funnels that don't actually airlock. I don't know why this hasn't been thought of before. Maybe it has, and I just don't know. That's a possibility. assuming it's assuming it's my genius idea, you know, whatever. Send me $1 funnel and you guys can make millions off it if you want to dick with it, which quite frankly, other than that, I don't. So I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, like I said, it feels good to actually get this concept into the world after 10 years. And yeah, for whatever that's worth, that's your way to make $1 million. There, I gave you the idea for only a small fee, which hopefully people will be honest and produce. But, you know, like I said, I'm never actually going to do this, so chancing that is all I can do. Enjoy.